What is happening? It is Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I hope you are well. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. It is Peaches here, kicking off the show on this fine Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I was very excited to see this news given to me by my friend Zach. It's not about him specifically. We're just both huge fans of Culver's. And he's more excited about this than me. He put in our Discord server in all capital letters, "Y'all, it is here, delicious rewards." What he's talking about is, I guess Culver's in the past wasn't doing any type of reward system through the app. It's the only reason why I order through the app with Taco Bell is because you get all those points and then you can redeem them for free food. Same with McDonald's, obviously. Plus, you get much better deals on the app, like the online cravings box, which I just had on my lunch break between the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem and my show here. But I would just, for Culver's, I would just order the old-fashioned way. Go up to the speaker, get my combo, leave. And I've done this dumb thing where I've only switched between two fast food places on my lunch breaks. I've gone to Taco Bell and Culver's, and that's literally it. But now I can finally earn rewards for, just eating up all of those Culver's Deluxe double burgers with no pickles on them. Get that in the value basket with a Coke and 2 fry sauces. That's my order. Oh, it's great. It's great. Now I can finally earn my way up to earn myself a free burger. If I buy as many burgers as it takes to get to that, I don't know. But I just re-downloaded the Culver's app. A little bit of fat guy news for you here to kick off the show on Peach's Pit Party. Yesterday, I talked about the McRib and how it's back. It has a cult following. And I went to McRibLocator.com, and it said the Pocatello McDonald's was the only one selling the McRib. Now, right after that break that I talked about yesterday, we got this shout out via the K-Bear 101 app from listener Danielle. Oh, wait.
McDonald's in Idaho Falls are selling the McRib. My mother works for one.
So she corrected me, saying they are, in fact, selling the McRib at the Idaho Falls McDonald's. Why it wasn't on McRibLocator.com, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to keep it a secret. Maybe that McRibLocator.com website is not necessarily affiliated with McDonald's. It's just some fat guy who's obsessed with the McRib and tries to keep track of all the McDonald's in the country on which ones are selling the beloved McRib or not. But anyway, Peach's Pit Party will return here in just a few on K-Bear 101. You know those Starbucks Barista cups? I talked about them on the show previously. They're the glass bears that are wearing, I think, the Starbucks uniform. Are they? No, they're not even wearing a Starbucks uniform, I don't think. I think they just have a green beanie on their head, and the green beanie is the lid, and it holds like 30 ounces of your drink or something like that. 32 ounces maybe? I don't know. I forgot the exact capacity of it, but I don't really care all that much. But people were fighting over it. People were lining up at 4 a.m. at different Starbucks across the country just to get their hands on one of these glass bear cups. There was a big scandal going on, I think, where employees were buying all of the stock before customers could get their hands on them because the employees were wanting to resell them online for extra money. I read that allegedly happened. Who knows if it's real or not, but I could see it happening. I just wanted to put that out there. Just in case someone's like, oh, Peaches is accusing Starbucks of doing this. No, stop it. But Walmart has now stepped in with their own line of their Bear Cup dupes that mimic the original design minus the Starbucks logo, obviously. The glass cups only hold 20 ounces, but they do feature the beanie, and they'll cost you $22, which is cheaper than the $30 price tag and much cheaper than buying them resale. They're even available online, too. So if you want to just, I don't know, if you have that one daughter who's so badly wanting this cup, maybe even your son wants the cup. Who knows? I'm not judging. Just get them the Walmart duplicate. Watch them get made fun of at school for that. Wasn't there something about how, like, the Yeti cups at there was that whole obsession with the Stanley Cups. That's what they were called, the Stanley Cups. And people would go to school with their fake replicas of the cups, and they would get made fun of for it. I would laugh so hard if someone tried making fun of me for my choice of water holder or a choice of a bottle, choice of how I like to have my drinks. Because back in the day, I was a menace as a kid. I would have been that kid if they were to make fun of me for bringing a fake Stanley to school. I would have just hit them right over the head with this darn thing. Say, take that, leave me alone. People wonder why I hate Thanksgiving so much, and there are a variety of reasons why. This right here is one of them. I already talked about the Jell-O molds replicating the controversial foods that you might see in a Thanksgiving table. Well, I guess a lot of people are now on TikTok bringing back Jell-O salads. They're sharing recipes for Jell-O salads full of marshmallows and fruit, which doesn't sound too bad. But then I read this here, as well as savory gelatin creations packed with tomato, crab meat, clams, olives, and more. Again, if I were to go to a Thanksgiving dinner hosted by somebody else, and they decided to pull out the crab meat Jell-O salad, best believe I'm leaving. I could just say, you know what? I'll go hungry. This is the one day I'm going to skip this afternoon dinner. This that's like this 3 p.m. dinner. Man, Thanksgiving, I should make a reel. I feel like that would be a controversial video to put on TikTok or something. Talk about my hatred for Thanksgiving for a variety of reasons, like getting asked stupid questions by either your family, or maybe you go to like a friend's family place and they ask you, what do you do for work? And you say you're in radio, and they start asking you these same kind of, not necessarily dumb questions, but the same questions. And then they give you the most bland turkey. Turkey's so overrated. Why is turkey the most beloved thing that everybody needs to spend all day cooking on Thanksgiving, just for it to end up being not necessarily dry, but just bland? Like, who cares how much butter you put into it or your special grandma's recipe? It still comes out as turkey. Turkey's good to put on a sandwich, which you also add a whole bunch of stuff to the sandwich to make the turkey taste good with it, right? That's just how it goes for me, I think. But yeah, I just can't imagine all of a sudden you go up to some Thanksgiving dinner, they pull out the clams and Jell-O salad, and we're supposed to be thankful for that food. You've heard the legend, the rumor, the myth that Walt Disney is cryogenically frozen below Disneyland, or somewhere deep within the bowels of Disneyland, I think, something along the lines of that. You've heard that rumor, right? I'm hoping you have. Now, I just thought doing something like that to somebody was a myth as well. I thought like cryogenically freezing somebody, I didn't think it was at all possible for us non-wealthy people. Maybe even just like I don't know. But in 2017, this guy by the name of Gui Junmin made the decision to cryogenically freeze his wife's body with the hope that in the future, she could be potentially revived and treated when a cure for her lung cancer had been found. His wife, Zhan Wenlian, famously became China's first ever cryopreserved person. To this day, her body is still being stored in a minus 320 degree Fahrenheit unit labeled container number 1 at this research institute. And I guess this whole institute started, they teamed up with a local hospital to start an experimental cryopreservation program for humans, offering to freeze early volunteers for free. So that lady was still alive when she became frozen, and who knows when exactly, if ever, she'll be put back to normal. She was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer in April of 2017. Her husband made the decision to have her preserved as part of the program. But what's funny is that this guy who cryogenically froze his wife, he's now facing backlash after finding new love years later. Yep, he's moved on to somebody else already. Meanwhile, his now ex-wife is frozen at this institute. In November of this month, Chinese news outlets discovered that Junmin had started dating again. Junmin himself confirmed that he has been living with his new girlfriend since 2020. He started seeing a new person 3 years later and has been with this girl for 5 years. He explained that he stayed single for 2 years, but suffered from health complications that left him immobile without any help at home. So I guess now he's dating somebody new. Who would have thought? How do you break that to somebody? That, hey, my wife, we never really divorced. She's frozen. She's cryogenically frozen at this Life Science Institute. Do you think at some point he brought her to go see the frozen wife? And it's like, yep, that's her right there in that little chamber, just completely waiting for her chance, waiting for her possibility at getting her lung cancer cured. That's so strange to me. I'm honestly not looking forward to next year with this whole World Cup. During the World Cup qualifying playoff match between Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo, Nigeria's coach Eric Shell publicly accused the team from DR Congo of performing voodoo during their overtime shootout, claiming he saw some mysterious gestures, even liquid being sprinkled. After a very tense 1-1 draw against soccer, where they barely score anything, one of the worst sports out there, it was 1-1 where DR Congo won 4-3 on penalties and eliminated Nigeria. Now, Eric Shell confronted several members of the DR Congo staff, including the head coach, Sebastian Desabree. He actually had to be separated from them by members of his team, accusing them of voodoo. When FIFA opened its online lottery for 2026 World Cup tickets, many fans were met with technical glitches, especially involving a CAPTCHA. Some fans hoping to score tickets couldn't even register after waiting more than an hour. The brand new Women's Professional Baseball League is set to launch in spring of next year. Will be the first pro women's baseball league in decades. The games of the first season will be played at Robin Roberts Stadium in Springfield, Illinois, which has a capacity of 5,200. The teams from New York, Boston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco will be filling their rosters with the league's first player draft on November 20th, which will be broadcast live on the league's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok channels. Let's do one more story here. For the first time this season, LeBron James practiced in full with the Los Angeles Lakers, didn't report any setbacks from the nerve issue he's been dealing with that forced him to miss training camp in the first 14 games of the Lakers season. Because of the successful practice, he should be on the court soon, possibly as early as tonight against the Utah Jazz. If and when he returns, James will be the first player in league history to play 23 seasons, breaking the tie he currently holds with Hall of Fame guard Vince Carter. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. How soon is too soon to visit after a disaster? That is the headline of this BBC article that was uploaded last week. Floods, storms, wildfires. We've had all of those happen in recent times. Hurricane Melissa pummeled Jamaica, leaving a good portion of the population without electricity, causing an estimated $6 billion to $7 billion worth of damage. The country's tourism minister stated that he expects the island to welcome travelers in time for its peak tourist season starting mid-December, which is quite crazy. I could not imagine middle of December here going, you know what I need right now? A vacation to Jamaica. Given that the Category 5 storm was one of the strongest to ever hit the Caribbean and thousands of people remain in shelters across Jamaica, imagine you're suffering. Like, I'm not laughing at the people suffering. I'm just laughing at like that situation where you're a person suffering, you're without electricity, you're without a home, you're trying your best to survive, and you just see these American tourists pop up going, what a beautiful place to vacation, huh? It's pretty weird, right? I guess many would-be visitors may wonder when it's appropriate to return to the now battered island, is what it says here on this article, and how they should act once they land. It's a dilemma that travelers may increasingly face. And then they go on to talk more about climate on this article here. But, I mean, I think I saw some video not that long ago of some guy talking about, like, oh, it's best to go to a place right after a disaster because the prices are the cheapest, and they need that money to go towards building back? I don't know, but yeah, I just saw this article and I thought the headline was a little funny. How soon is too soon to visit after a disaster? And just to think, like, they're showing a picture right here of Jamaica with these houses that are completely just turned to rubble. That wouldn't be a pretty sight to vacation to, right? Just some ignorant American tourists flying in, landing there, going, this place is hideous. It's Peach's Pit Party with Turnstile, never enough. I have made fun of those restaurants before, those millennial burger spots that sell you like a $30 cheeseburger that has all these toppings on it, has that dumb toothpick / flag in the middle of it to hold it all together. You buy that overly expensive burger and they give you no side, and then you have to spend like $6 more to get the truffle fries, not regular fries, like they only have truffle fries. So you get those, and then it costs like $5 more for their homemade soda, their homemade soft drinks, like their in-house root beer, some type of thing like that. And then they spin the iPad around, and you got to add a tip to it, and you end up spending like $50 on yourself. Well, there's a place I'm reading about right here. Since this article has been published, they did tweak their menu. I thought the headline was also funny for this article. Fish and chips? ? More like fish and a side of customer confusion and anger. That's a stretch of a joke right there. That's not all that funny. So you expect chips or French fries to come with your order of fish and chips, right? Well, this restaurant, where is it at again? It's just called California Fish Grill. I'm assuming it's in California. Well, I don't know, because there are California pizza kitchens, I believe, outside of California, right? I need to look that up. Are there any California pizza kitchens outside of California? I'm sure there has to be. Oh, I see some in Canada. Wait, they're worldwide. Canada, Costa Rica, Guam, Hong Kong. I'm looking right here at their website. Japan, Mexico, Philippines, South Korea. I wonder what they think about California Pizza Kitchen being in South Korea. I wonder what South Koreans think about California Pizza Kitchen. Let's try this American food here. Let's get ourselves a full barbecue chicken pizza. But I'm assuming this place... Okay, it says here, imagine you have years of experience in hospitality, and this is your first day at a restaurant that specializes in seafood dishes. You are warned by coworkers that how one item on the menu is served has angered guests before. It does not come the way that most customers would anticipate. When ordered at the counter, it does not automatically come with fries, the fish and chips dish. The menu posted on the wall says fish and chips, but it fails to state that unless fries are selected as a side at no extra cost, it will be served without them. So you got to say, oh, can I get the fish with the actual fries? How stupid. I'm glad they updated their menu just to be like, oh, yeah, that was our mistake, rather than, standing by it. Those millennial burger spots, I'm still mad about those. They charge you so much money for a burger. I never go into Five Guys either, because they do the same thing. You have to take a loan out to buy one of their burgers. Obviously, we have talked about people dating AI in the past. We talked about that subreddit, My Boyfriend is AI. I came across this article. Yes, AI do. Japanese woman marries AI persona created through ChatGPT. For most brides, their wedding day entails an exchange of vows, standing next to their partner. It's a full-on special day. This one 32-year-old Japanese office worker, her groom existed only within her smartphone, so I wonder how that looked at the altar. This lady, Miss Kano, is that how you say her name? She wed an artificial intelligence person named Klaus, a digital companion she created using ChatGPT. The unconventional union, it says here on the article, was not legally recognized, took place at a wedding hall in Okayama City where she appeared in a traditional ceremony planned by a local company that specializes in 2D character weddings. There's a whole place dedicated to this? Now, wait a minute. Japanese company that specializes in 2D character ceremonies. Is that it? Let me Google search this real fast. A wedding planning couple, Nao and Sayaka Ogasawara, specialize in arranging 2D character weddings in Japan, which are ceremonies for people marrying virtual or fictional partners. How much does it cost? Could you imagine some dude? I can't imagine what type of characters they come across. What people want to marry which person? Do they want to marry some like famous cartoon character? Do they want to marry some made up person like this lady here? I need to do a deep dive into how many weird weddings this couple has helped plan over in Japan. So in the meantime, here's Ice Nine Kills, the laugh track. All aboard the crazy train indeed. I saw CBS2 Boise uploaded some pictures about longer than that now, because I'm pre-recording this at 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's almost 2 hours ahead. So about 9 hours ago, they posted a series of pictures of the new Raising Cane's location in Meridian. And it's the first ever Idaho location of Raising Cane's. And as I'm sure you're well aware, with any new restaurant, any new trending restaurant, obviously there's going to be a line of people outside the restaurant. And these people were lined up outside all night. For what? Just chicken tenders. I'm sure they probably gave like the first person to ever go to Raising Cane's some kind of t-shirt, maybe even like a little plaque. I don't know. Something along the lines. Maybe it's like a free meal or something. I know with every new In-N-Out burger location, if you are somehow the first person to eat there, they give you a burger coin. And those burger coins are worth a lot of money. They're worth a lot. If you go to the In-N-Out subreddit, tons of people talk about those burger coins. I'm sure you can get them elsewhere, but you're guaranteed to get one if you're the first person to eat at a new In-N-Out location. And just like Raising Cane's, the line for In-N-Out is even crazier. And it's just fast food. Why even wait that long? Like, I'm a huge In-N-Out fan, not necessarily the biggest fan of Raising Cane's. I think chicken tenders kind of overrated. They're okay, but am I going to be like, oh yes, I need some chicken tendies from Raising Cane's with the Texas toast and the slaw and the sauce? No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, I'll get it if it's the only thing available, but I'd rather go somewhere else. In-N-Out, I'm not waiting hours upon hours for a cheap burger. I'll eat it, but I'm not going to wait that long, you know? But congratulations to Boise getting a Raising Cane's. I think Pocatello is supposed to get one as well. We'll see how long the line is in Pokey compared to, well, Boise here. Let's do some hearty Jim Bob on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. I have talked about this a couple of times on the show, but there's this thing called the giving machine. And it's not necessarily just any regular vending machine. It's a special machine where instead of candy or snacks, you're actually donating something that truly matters. Maybe like a year of school for a girl, prenatal care for a new mom, a beehive for a family, that type of thing, right? The giving machine is a new way to give both locally and globally. And right now, the giving machine, the bright red vending machine, is at the ICCU headquarters in Chubbuck. It's going to be there till November 30th. You choose however many items you would like to donate, and 100% of your donation goes directly to the charity you select. So if you want to learn more about this, you can go to givingmachineeastidaho.org, or you can go on the apps right now and at K-Bear, Alt, or Cannonball. Click on the giving machine. It'll take you directly to the link to learn more. And like I said, you can find it at the ICCU headquarters in Chubbuck. One drop makes all the difference. On the morning show with Victor, he started talking a lot of smack about a local radio station already playing Christmas music. Now, this station obviously decided to start a war with Classy 97, which is not the best decision to do, to put it lightly. Like, you know, it's kind of like it's me competing against LeBron James in basketball one-on-one. I will not be able to beat him no matter what. Like, I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan, but you know for a fact I'm losing. Big time. So I might as well just give up, you know? But Victor was talking all this smack this morning. He posted that we were, 3 days away from Christmas music starting on Classy 97, and this other radio station in the area saw that and was like, you know what, we should just launch Christmas music a tad bit earlier. And so they did, And so now that person who is in charge of programming
Hey, what's happening?
Whoa.
It's Peaches here with another reaction.
Whoa,
This
where the
time,
heck did that come from? Oh, I left YouTube open. I just got scared by myself. What in the world? My YouTube video of me reacting to Bad Omens just started playing in the background, and I scared myself. What in the world? Anyway, that programmer of that other radio station in the area, they decided to, take out the admin of Life in Idaho Falls, not take them out, like put a hit out on them, but take her out to a little lunch. And so now the admin of Life in Idaho Falls is telling people to go listen to that other radio station that I think most people don't even listen to begin with, to be quite honest with you. I've seen how many people listen to what stations. I can guarantee you, well, I have a special button. Let me stop the music. I have the special button for how many people are listening to that station.
0.0.
Yeah, so I do like the Christmas music rivalry going on. I'm sure that thread will continue on the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group. I got to say, though, if you want the best Christmas music, make sure to listen to Classy 97, which I also find funny that Josh and Chantel, they're kind of taking the high road on this one, letting the dudes from K-Bear do all the smack talk for them. Again, this is one of those stories where it works perfectly for one of Victor's Advocates commercials. A Montana man, so relatively close by, crashed his SUV into another vehicle, told police that he wasn't driving drunk, and the reason why he crashed it is because he was driving while trying to, go number one into an empty Budweiser can. Yeah, James Howard slammed his Chevy Suburban into the back of a Volkswagen. When officers arrived, they saw the beer can in the vehicle and immediately suspected he was intoxicated, but Howard handed over the can, explained he handed over the can! Was like, hey, by the way, I just did this in there. He hands it right over to the cop. Why do you have this? Well, yeah. Explained it was filled with something else that wasn't beer. Officers noted that he smelled of alcohol and he was slurring his speech. Howard then told him he had more than just a couple DUIs on his record, was not supposed to be driving, so yeah. A background check confirmed multiple DUIs and that he had his license suspended. When confronted about this, Howard said, I'm going to jail for a bleep long time. He's probably right about that. I meant to mention this earlier on in the show. Today has just been one of those very hectic days, but I made some updates to the concert calendar with a couple of tours that were announced today, one of which I am very excited for. I've been wanting to see this band live for a little while now. Lamb of God teased a tour yesterday with this page that I actually follow on Instagram called John Breaks Bad News. This guy just calls people and breaks bad news to them. John and Randy from Lamb of God did a funny little teaser video for the tour. It said the bands that were going to be touring with Lamb of God: Kublai Khan. Then you also have Fit for an Autopsy and Sangui Sugabog that are going to be performing at the Union. Is that where it's going to be at? I should have looked it up. Lamb of God. Yeah, the Union, March 28th of next year. That is one heavy, heavy tour. I'm really hoping I'm able to go to that one. And then also the day before, March 27th, The Devil Wears Prada with 4 Years Strong, Split Chain, and I Promised the World. I Promised the World was the band that I just played yesterday for Peach's Pick of the Day. So yeah, both those tours are now on our concert calendar. Also, Motley Crue. If you're into them, wanting to see them live, I think it's a gamble to see those guys live because of how bad they sound now. But Motley Crue will be coming to the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater next year, September 21st, with Tesla and Extreme. All the shows that I just talked about are now on our concert calendar, available to you at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I love how tone deaf the people at Call of Duty are. I just saw they made a post saying, congratulations to Treyarch, Raven, and all the incredible Black Ops 7 developers, and thank you to Call of Duty fans everywhere. Across opening weekend, we've seen a great response to the quality and depth of gameplay in Black Ops 7, which I don't think they've seen a single post. I mean, I know they've seen all the posts, but it feels like they haven't seen a single post or a single review about how bad Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is. I have talked about it over the past couple of days. I haven't even tried to download it just because I simply hate when games try to push you to play online and online only. Really, it's downright dumb. Why can't we just have a single-player campaign? Why can't we just have the good old-fashioned Call of Duty model? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, the classic Call of Duties are what people reminisce about the most. They miss the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and 2. They miss the old Black Ops 1 and 2. Instead, you give them this AI-generated crap that is Black Ops 7. What are the official ratings of Call of Duty Black Ops 7? If you look it up real quick, if I can look it up real quick, let's see here. It has a 6 out of 10 on Steam, 6 out of 10 on from IGN, but I saw elsewhere it had like a 1.7. Yeah, right now on Steam, it has a 3.2 out of 5 stars from users. People are spending $70 in that game. I know it's on Game Pass, but I'm sure there are people paying full price just for that horrible, horrible game. Make Call of Duty great again, as I have said before. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.